Hey y'all, welcome back to Just a Girl Talk. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, please be sure to subscribe, like this video, make sure notifications are on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Talk to the ladies and give some helpful tips about being a more feminine, soft woman, especially if you have been raised to be super masculine, if you have been raised in an environment that was that way, if life has happened and you just it happened and now you can't get out of it. It can be really challenging. You know, I know that a lot of situations can put a woman into a more masculine type of mindset, role per se, attitude, but there's also society wise where it's almost encouraged.
The reason why black girls are the least desirable by most men is because they're the most masculine. They act like boss bitches, which most men are not attracted to. Most men, again, like submissive girls.
You guys realize that we don't care though, right?
No, I'm saying no, but the thing is,
I know, but I'm just saying, like, as a black woman, we don't care.
Like, you don't be soft, you don't be, you don't be too kind, don't be too nice, don't be, because we're all like in like on guard, which I get, you got to protect yourself and all that, but it's creating like this very just masculine world out here.
I hate when girls be like, oh, I act just like a nigga. You gonna find yourself with a nigga that's DL.
I'm not gonna yell at y'all because it's too early in the morning, but a lot of you do take pride in being masculine as a woman. And 9 times out of 10, y'all be talking about you're masculine because you pay your own bills. Oh, you're masculine because you take care of your responsibilities. Sweetheart, that's what any adult does. That has nothing to do with masculinity.
And y'all know my brain is just a girl. So we talk about and focus on being just a girl, who God created us as women to be: soft, feminine, loving, kind, all that good stuff. So I want to touch on a few different areas, talking about our speech, our appearance, and our attitude. So we're going to get into the do's and don'ts of our speech, right, and how we talk, because we underestimate as women there is a feminine way to speak, right? So feminine women, soft women their language is not full of curse words. It's just not. You know, you're not speaking all aggressive and every time you speak it's a curse word.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if I fucking text your motherfucking ass a motherfucking message, bitch, and your phone or motherfucking do that.
Women don't curse.
What?
You're beautiful. Beautiful women don't curse.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can y'all stop saying bro? I get it's like a cultural thing depending upon where you're from, especially like up in the East Coast. But let's stop saying bro. A feminine woman doesn't say bro.
Something I hate, or I guess you could call it a pet peeve, is when girls say bro. I don't know what it is about it, but I just cannot stand that shit. And it don't even got to be directed towards me in a bad way, as if they're friends on me or some shit. It could literally just be in their regular, everyday vocabulary, everyday lingo. I hate that shit. Shit sounds so weird to me.
You know, so let's work on sir. I don't know, something other than bro. Hey love, hey boo, I don't know, but bro gotta go. Also, a feminine woman does not say, this is the most disgusting thing I think a woman can say out her mouth, me personally. She does not say SMD.
Go suck a dick and get off our motherfucking click, bitch. Big back delusional ass bitch.
Suck my you know what. That's not what a feminine woman says at all. If a woman says out her mouth, she's, to me, easy disqualified. And I think if a man is listening to that and watching, and you're telling that to a man, let alone your man, that is not how a feminine woman speaks at all. She speaks softly, she speaks confidently, she's assertive about what she wants, but it doesn't mean she has to be aggressive, right? She said she uses her manners. Please, thank you. You know, may you please help me. Thank you very much. Because I think sometimes, unfortunately, women forget to use their manners. Like, we wasn't raised to have manners. Many of us were raised to have manners. So let's not forget our manners, right? That's really important. And I know for a lot of women, especially when it comes to, like I said, with cursing, it's like a second language to a lot of women. So you have to be really, really conscious that you're not just dropping F-bombs and just trying to tone it down. Don't be so aggressive. You know, don't be so aggressive. Okay, so that was my 2 cents on our speech, right? Now we're going to get into our appearance. from the way we do our makeup, the way we do our hair, the way that we dress, right? So there's so many different avenues of how you can look more feminine, such as wearing, you know, dresses. Doesn't have to be form-fitting or tight, doesn't have to be super short, but even long skirts, dresses, sandals, heels. Just, and I'm not saying you can't wear sneakers, please don't get me wrong, you can definitely wear sneakers and still be feminine. It's something about just your hair, having your hair down. Men love that. It's a very feminine thing to see a woman with her hair down, soft curls, the weave. You know, I think you can wear weave for sure and be feminine. It's just a certain hairstyle that may be more feminine than the other. You know, soft ponies. We know like how the soft curls, the waves. It just gives like a flowy, easy breezy touch when we have certain hairstyles. And then when you think about like your clothing, just things that fit your body well, not have to be exposing your body. A feminine woman is not just exposing her body to everybody. You know, she has a certain level of class, certain level of dignity that she's going to conduct herself as such.
You know what I can't stand? I can't stand for somebody to be like, oh, women need to cover up more, or women need to wear looser clothing. I got 2 points for you. For one, we ain't always gonna look this good, all right? My titties done already dropped 3 levels, and this ass is still clapping even when I'm standing still, all right? We gotta serve it up while it's hot, caliente. While this ass is fatter, I'm gonna serve it on a platter, all right? Point number 2, real easy, real simple. Damn, how you say, mind your business, all right? Mind your business, worry about yourself. How you getting tight or upset or bothered by what somebody else is putting on their body? Worry about yourself. Worry about the woman in your life, if you have one. That's it.
You know, she's going to do certain things and her, like, you know, just make sure she looks up to par. She's going to carry a purse. A feminine woman carries a purse, okay? That's lady 101. Wear a purse. Where's your pocketbook? Where's your pocketbook, ma'am? I know we have the car holders now. Get you a pocketbook. Don't leave the house without that pocketbook. Okay? She gets her toes done, her nails done. She just keeps herself looking good, smelling good. You know, the way that she walks, it's all of that. And then the way that you walk in your clothing that fits your body properly, nicely, doesn't again have to be form-fitting. It just is a beautiful thing to just take care of yourself, right? Especially taking care of your body, your hair, you know.
Not gonna lie, one thing about me, you would never catch me outside with a bonnet on. I'm coming outside with my hair looking like this over a bonnet every single time. I don't care how crazy I get.
Your hair, the baby hairs, y'all, I don't know if that gives feminine. Some of them baby hairs don't get feminine at all when it comes to that. There's like remember how the baby doll, like the baby hair was like real soft, like, you know, just a little bit out. That was like, ooh, that's a feminine woman. Like, that's how, you know, that's what I feel like it gives to me. So that's some tips for me when it comes to our appearance, our you know, how we dress. Now let's get down to, I mean, the makeup side of it, right? About that. The makeup side of it when it comes to being feminine is all about less is better.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. What if I'm not paying anybody? I'm making myself like a drag queen. How about that? Because I just love a good drag look. I truly do. Is that so bad?
Less is better. We hear men say how we don't like makeup, they don't like makeup, but I think that what they're saying is we don't like the way that it is so drag queenish and it's so just like too much. So soften it up. Don't pile all the blush on your cheeks. I know we in a blush, like blush is popping, but don't do too much. Soften it up. Do a little, you know, mascara, you know, eyeliner, whatever you want to do, lip gloss. Just soften it up. You don't have to be so like in the face. Everybody don't need to see, they want to just see you just look so pretty. Because I feel like soft makeup makes you look pretty. It like enhances your beauty, but it gives a pretty soft, like, oh, that's so pretty. Like a natural beat is when I feel like it gives like pretty, you know? So I think that that's really, really key alongside just your appearance and how you look and all of that stuff that makes you appear to be more feminine. And then the biggest thing we want to touch on is our behavior. So you can dress the part, look the part, but if you are not behaving like a feminine woman should, you're disqualified. And when I talked about just how a feminine woman who is a lady, she goes about certain things and handles them in a feminine way. If I had an issue, if you have an issue with somebody, I'm not walking up to you trying to confront them like I'm a man. I'm in my masculine. I'm all aggressive, like I'm ready to fight you. That's not what a feminine woman does. You know, she uses her words. If she can handle it, use your words. If you can't, if you have a husband, talk to your husband about it. You're not walking up, curse people out and doing all this. You don't, No. She's also not out here exposing all of her body. She just doesn't do that. That's not how a feminine woman carries herself. She doesn't. A woman who, in my opinion, who's feminine, she's classy, she has dignity, it's an overall package. It's an overall package, and you want to, again, behave that way. That's what a feminine woman always was. She just had a different level of decorum and like self-respect, and you know, like I said, she's not just turning it off when she feels like it's just who she is. It's just who she is. So she's not just masculine, you know, like every time she gets upset because you're you know, I hope I'm making sense, but it's just who she is. It really is who she is. So you're not, again, if you have something to say to someone, you say it. But it doesn't have to be aggressive. You don't have to threaten people. You don't have to threaten people. You don't have to let people know who you are. I feel like we live in this time where women are like, I'm going to let you know, don't play with me. That's not how a feminine woman behaves. You're giving masculine, you're giving I'm a man. That's what you're giving. And you want to behave yourself in a very feminine, classy way. And there's a way that you could be very feminine and still check somebody. And still check someone by being feminine and assertive. It's very much a thing. Be feminine and be assertive. So I think we have found it's a real fine line for a lot of women where they're like, it's either I'm this or that. There's no in between. Because again, a lot of times, a lot of women are struggling to be more feminine because of where they've been, what they've been through, you know, whatever the case may be. So I believe that the key for me is if you start with your outer appearance, I feel like it will soften your inner. If that makes sense. So like if you don't typically get your hair done, get your nails done, and you start to do it, it's going to make you feel like, oh, I feel girly. So now I want to be a little bit softer. I want to be more mindful. I don't want to be as aggressive. I'm wearing dresses more, so I feel a little bit more girly. I feel more feminine, you know. Then I'm going to start to act like it. I'm going to cross my legs. Ladies, cross your legs. Even if you have pants on, you don't have your legs cocked open. That's how a feminine woman behaves and carries herself. Absolutely not. She does not sit in chairs and cock her legs open like she's a man. You're a woman. Conduct yourself as a woman. And like I said, I think if you just start to like do small things, put on lip gloss, put on perfume, you know, just the things that are going to just start to make you feel like a woman, a feminine woman. And then I think your aura, your behavior, it definitely has to start with your mind. You have to intentionally in your mind want to not be as masculine, want to be more feminine. So when you put in your mind, I want to do this, I want to change my ways, and then then I can say, all right, my appearance is doing this, my mind says this, and now you know, internally I'm going to start to really exude this, because this is kind of who I've become. You know, so these are just some tips I wanted to share that I think can be really helpful to a lot of women out there. So let me know in the comments if you have any tips that you think can work for women to be more feminine. If you've done things yourself that have helped you be more feminine, definitely drop it in the comments, let me know. Please be sure to subscribe, of course, like this video, share it out, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.